technically this is going to be a two-part episode. I'd say that because there's nuance, but we'll get to that later on. But first, we're going to start this with a little show and tell. Yeah, it's a cycling jersey, and yeah, you've seen them before, but this is a cycling jersey that you really don't want to have and you don't want to wear. But I do have it, and I do wear it with purpose. Let's roll the intro, I'll explain. Tour de Cure is a fundraiser for the American Diabetes Association, and they have tours all around the country, and my local tour is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, the nice thing about doing a tour in your hometown is that you can sleep in your own bed. That is so cool. This is literally in my backyard, so I mean, I could ride out to the event, and I intended on doing it. I was going to ride out to the event, do it, and then ride home. But they were calling for rain for the entire day, and I was thinking to myself, do I really want to spend 2 extra hours in the rain? No, I'll take a pass on that and I'll just drive. Let's ride.
What do we say when we see someone with a red jersey living with diabetes on the road? Does anybody know?
Go Red Rider.
Say it again.
Go Red Rider.
And hence we come back to why you really don't want to have this jersey. I was diagnosed in 2016 as a type 2 diabetic. I am one of the Red Riders. I'll get into the nuance of that in a few moments too.
Go Red Riders, go! Safety first. Have a great ride, you guys. We'll see you when you get back.
We were on the 63-mile route, which means we're the first ones out and the last ones in. And most of this trail was going to be on the Oak Leaf Trail. The Oak Leaf is about a 100-mile loop that goes all the way around Milwaukee, and at one point or another, I think I've ridden the entire thing in chunks. And if you ever want to ride a beautiful trail and you really want to do a century, this is definitely one to look at.
Yeah, I see a first rest stop. I'm not stopping because I happen to know that right behind this rest stop, Strava has a sprint point. I may have gone a little strong at the beginning, decayed really bad at the end. We'll see how it looks when I get home. Meanwhile, we got a long way to go. Let's do it.
I actually ended up getting in with a group of riders, and I felt bad because I was riding on the back and I was kind of hanging onto the wheels. I wanted to take my turn to the front, but when you don't know the other riders, there's that trust thing, and you know, you could get dangerous, and I get that, I understand. But I was ready, guys. I was ready to do it. Now we get to the first rest stop. One of the cool things there was that they actually had the carb count for everything listed. So everything from the energy drinks to the snack food to everything. And when you're a diabetic, it's important to know. Actually, I suppose I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Let's have fun with some editing. Sorry. This is my traveling companion. These are my friends. My friends hurt me. This is my blood glucose meter, and this is a blood glucose strip. And the way that it works is you put the strip in the meter. It automatically turns on. You then prick your finger with the lancet, get a little blood right on here. I'm not going to do it because it squicks people out. You wait a couple seconds, and then this thing will tell you what your blood glucose is at that particular moment. So here's where things get a little weird, because when you're a diabetic cyclist, if you're a diabetic athlete, you're always just right on that razor's edge sometimes of, okay, do I have enough carbs? Do I not have enough carbs? Do I have enough... How do I get more calories in me without upping the carb count? Because if you got too much blood glucose in your system, that can be bad. But if you don't put enough in, that can be even worse. So a lot of times as you're riding, you're doing the math in your head of, okay, so it's been 45 minutes. I'm feeling like this. I've been keeping this kind of a pace. If I take one of these things and I have one of these in my pocket ready to go, I should be okay. But what I'm getting at is when you roll into an aid station and they have all of the carb counts and everything just listed out there for you, That is so handy.
Okay, 15 miles to the next one. Catch you guys later. Thanks for being here.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it very much. And you got more customers, so. I don't know if you can read that sign back there. It says it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that's true. Humidity. Humidity is massively high. That's what's making this ride difficult. Just the humidity.
So on to the second leg, and we kind of go off of the Oak Leaf Trail, and we're kind of venturing more into, well...
this is suburbia. Like outskirts of town, suburbia. Not quite farmland, not quite Pleasant Valley Sunday, and going past houses and houses and houses. Hey, I'm low on water. Dare I do it? Dare I do it?
We'll do it together.
No!
Yeah, come on, man. It's like college. We're gonna pound it. Let's go.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Man.
There's one other factor in that I didn't mention at the time. Yeah, because I'm leaving here because I was at home. Yeah, breakfast that morning. My blood glucose was a little bit high, and I decided to go for a mostly protein breakfast by having nothing but eggs and sausage. Bad idea. Very bad idea.
Don't look now, but there's a ball in the sky. It's bright. I think it's trying to kill me. In other news, the weather just got good.
Leg 3, and this is where we started heading back towards Lake Michigan. And then we jump back onto the Oak Leaf Trail, and this is, again, a segment that I knew very, very well.
Back there, the road's split. We're on the main trail, and there's a forest trail. Matter of fact, you can see it right here. Now, the route is making me way on this trail. That one's more fun. Maybe next year. Rest stop number 3. We got one more rest stop ahead of us. This is on last year's route. We came the other way though. Nice place to ride.
Leg number 4, and this took us through downtown Milwaukee, and here's where things get a little bit wonky. And I say that because...
Okay, so I missed a turn, so I'm technically off course. However, we can get back on course. Whee! We're in downtown Milwaukee, and there's the purple door. And they're open. Chocolate. Oh yeah, like you wouldn't stop either.
And then literally right after the purple door.
I thought I missed you. I thought it's the purple door. I don't know what you... Best rest stop ever.
I stayed at this rest stop a little too long, but I was talking with people. There's a woman there who's type 1, and we were exchanging notes, and it was just nice. It was really pleasant to just talk to some people who get it, who understand.
In the last couple miles, you just like, your body's just like, I'm done. You know the end is coming. So your body's just like, yeah, we can stop now. Close enough. I would have preferred a little less muggy, but it wasn't rain, so.
you don't ride events like this for the medals, and you don't ride it for the swag bag, and you don't ride it for the material stuff. You ride it to, well, in my case, I ride it to raise money, and I ride it to raise awareness. Back in 2016, when I was diagnosed, I had no idea what was happening. All these physical symptoms that when I tell people, when I tell diabetic specialists what the symptoms were, they just kind of go, yeah, okay, typical. I had no clue. When I ride Tour to Cure events, I'm doing it to raise money to find a cure. There is no cure for diabetes right now. There's just management. What insulin does for diabetics is it's postponing. It's stalling. It's holding off until we can find a cure. Because right now it doesn't exist. And all of that said, this medal is actually going out to all of you people. Because you folks were the ones who donated. You guys are the ones who went to the web pages and donated and helped me make it to this ride. So to all of you, I thank you very, very much for your help. And thing is that this story's not over. You remember at the beginning I said that this was technically going to be a two-parter? Well, the other part hasn't happened yet, but you'll see.